Is it 4? Come in, carry
Yeah.
Thank you. For our fourth and final and wonderful stand-up, please welcome to the stage Mr. Johnny Rickwood. I'm going to start off by talking about something very dear to my heart, which is Woolworths. It was a long, long time ago. I can still remember how the picker mix just made me smile. I knew if I had 10 pence, I could get some midget gems. I wouldn't have to get my sweets from a paedophile. The credit crunch had made me shiver. No chippy tea, just onions and liver. I went to the shops, got nothing, 'cause all the shops were shut in. I can't remember if I cried when Max from Hollyoaks died, but something touched me deep inside the day that Woolworths died. So bye-bye, Woolworths has died. Prices cut their fucking shots, a pissed off am I. The lady at the counter smelled of peas and pie, saying this'll be $2.95. I need my fucking job to stay alive. Do you have a book of stamps so I can write to the bastard banks to tell them they're a bunch of cunts? And do you remember rock and roll? 'Cause in tapes in Woolworths it was sold, and the lady at the counter, she used to talk real slow. But I know, oh, sorry man, I know that we're gonna be okay, 'cause she sold her uniform on eBay. There's no more jobs around, so tea back my balls for £1. Oh, I know the government said there's no luck. They patted us on the back and said times will suck, but I knew we were really fucked the day that Woolworths died. Sing along now. Bye-bye, Woolworths has died. Prices cut their fucking shuts, the pissed off am I. The lady at the counter smelled of peas and pie, saying this'll be $2.95. This'll be $2.95. The credit crunch had made me shiver. No chippy tea, I just had liver. Went to the shops, got nothing, 'cause all the shops were shut in. This is a bad bit. I can't remember if I cried the day that Jay Goody died, but something touched me deep inside the day the Woolworths died. Bye-bye, Woolworths has died. Prices got me fucking shots, a pissed off am I. The lady at the counter smelled like peas and pie, saying this'll be $2.95. This'll be $2.95. Thank you very much. I don't mean that, by the way, I'm a nice guy. I would have punched myself for that one. Has anyone seen that new film that's coming out with Will Smith called £7?
Yes.
What's it about? Because I love the fact that Americans bring out these films with, like, you know, the big booming voice over the top, like, this month, come to the cinema and see Will Smith in £7. Because I just think it's a man who's got £7. Will Smith has to do the daily shopping on only £7. Credit Crunch Britain, you are affected. That'd be good. Or what was this one called? Jumper? Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was that about? See, I thought, like everyone else, that it was a film about a knitted sweater. Something a bit like this. Yeah, you just say nothing. That's what you always do. So it wasn't that. No. I don't know why I stood up then. I'd like you all to welcome Simon. He's from France. And as you all know, it is law in France that for 10 minutes every morning, every French person has to shout at a picture of Admiral Nelson. Huh? See, the French, they came joint first in World War I and II. I know you're wondering, Germany came second in World War I and third in World War II. But nobody could come and collect their medals because they were all dead. The nasty one, Hitler, you can't go, oh, for Hitler. If I went up to Hitler, punched him, he'd go, ah, why would you do that? And you're all like, oh, you can't punch Hitler. You fucking can punch Hitler. I'd say he's the first person I'd punch. Anyway, I'm going to play another song for you now. And as you know, this is our last show for us lot. I can see you at the back. If he's going to say anything about Jake Goody, I'm going to fucking nut him, I am. No, makes you get better. Good, it's nice stuff. Oh no! There's Nick Morgan, it's still quite old. And I kind of, you know, when I woke up this morning with my hangover, it gets worse as you get older. There's nothing actually for you to look forward to in life when you get older, apart from getting worse hangovers and dying. But, yeah, it is, thank you, Nick. Yeah, he knows his, oh, are you 35, Nick? Ish. And it's always at your lowest point that the Jehovah's Witnesses turn up at the door. Previously, in a stand-up show, I told people about how I woke up covered in red wine, sticking to the floor, pretty much naked. Door went, me thinking it was probably a pizza, even though I haven't ordered a pizza. Pizza! Open the door. Hello. Hello. Have you got a moment? Clearly fucking not. Can't you see I'm busy? But I invited them in, and this time, you know, I invited the Jehovah's Witnesses in. They tracked me to my new house. They've got these devices. It's quite cool. And yeah, they came in, and I've got this rapport with one of the ladies, and she always wears a shawl, and she's, you know, a lovely lady. And I took her into the kitchen and killed her. No, I didn't kill her. I took her into the kitchen, and I noticed she doesn't have any arms. No arms. It's really weird. So I offered her a cup of tea, and she said yes. And then we had this really awkward moment where we were both looking at the cup. And so I went, would you like a straw? She said yes. And the only straws we had were the big sort of like 5-foot party straws from my church. I'll just chop one up for you. Oh, can you do it? No, you can't do it. I'm sorry. Lovely lady though, definitely. So, Sheridan, I've noticed from your appearance that you're female. True?
No.
I can see right down the top from here. Don't worry. I'm gonna say, I can't see you now. Can you see me, Dan? Are you okay there? Fuck everyone else, as long as Dan's alright. You alright? Do you want to come sit here right at the front? Could you hold my plectrum, please? Thank you. You alright now, Dan? Yeah. Do you want a drink? Oh, somebody get Dan a drink. Come on, he's parched. There we go. This is a love song for you, Sheridan. J'ai mangé la vasée. Sacre bleu pour moi. Avec la chienne. Did that make any sense, Simon? Yeah! Rosetta Stone, that is. just to see your face. Your lips I'd caress as my heart starts to race. Then I would ask to look up your dress. I'd look for a second and start to caress. I confess, I love your breasts. Love your breasts. Don't fight it. You'd come for me and then I'd come for you on your boobs. Sticky glue comes from me, lands on you. Did you enjoy that? Or should it be, would you enjoy that? Oh, round of applause everyone. This is a program we watched. It was called Sex, Everything You Need to Know. And they gave out some handy tips, so maybe me wrote them down. I should read you out a couple, because the list's way too long. Bondage, safe and consensual are key words here. If anything turns blue or purple, stop. A rope is for trained professionals. You're like, Rodri, yeah, I've been doing this bondage course down at the Met. I want a rope now, just in his binds before, but apparently if they turn blue, you gotta stop. Then they went on to spanking. Oh yeah, here we are. Only spank the soft, fleshy parts of the backside. Stay away from the tailbone. I want to touch your tailbone. And internal organs. Nurse, what happened here? Well, he says he was being spanked on his liver. And then he moved on to the lungs and that's when he collapsed. Is he called Rob? Yes, he's called Rob. And then they brought on this like dominatrix lady, and she's like wearing like leather stuff, as they do. She has a whip, and they go, now we'd like to welcome to the studio Miss Absolute and her slave Samantha. She sat there like on a Richard and Judy thing with a slave on a chain. Slave's there, sort of like topless and stuff. It's a guy called Samantha. And they were asking her, like, what do your slaves do? She says, well, some of my slaves do the ironing, some do the cleaning, and some just sit in the dungeon. If you were a sex slave, Sheridan, would you prefer to do the ironing and the cleaning, or to sit in the dungeon?
Sit in the dungeon.
Sit in the dungeon. And they were asking people, like, stories of sex and stuff like that. And this one guy goes, is this weird, but I just like to grab girls by the throat. One girl was like, yeah, I was just sort of like topless and I was sat on him and I was reading him poetry and I just ripped out the pages and fed them to him. You fed him poetry? Yeah, he loved it. I was just feeding him Wordsworth and, you know, he came. Anyway. And that's about it from the thing. There was, oh, where is it now? Oh yeah, she recommends that for all your bondage needs, head down to B&Q. Credit crunch affecting you? Go to B&Q, get some bondage gear. Don't use chainsaws. I don't know what. Thank you very much, everybody.